Live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's for your next main adventure, will begin shortly.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, starts right now.
Hi, everyone. It is Thursday night. You know what that means. Time for a little Rennie's forecast for the weekend. It's active pattern. We have some more clouds tomorrow, a little bit of rain tomorrow night. Saturday looks pretty good. I think we'll see some sun return. It gets a little warmer that day. Another round of rain for probably Sunday evening and into and through the day on Monday. So the mountains picking up a little bit of snow. Last check Mount Washington for the month so far, the last 6 days, they've had about 15 inches of snow. Today alone, they had about 4 inches of snow. So the mountains are getting some snow. Rangeley, I saw 2 reports, one of 1 inch of snow, one of 2 inches of snow. Inch of snow or 2 inches of snow up at Crawford Notch, Pinkham Notch reporting an inch. That's all coming from the Weather Service today. So pretty cool to see that. It is that time of year. All right, let's take a look at what we have out there today. And we don't have any live sky cams, obviously, because that sun is setting so early these days. Here's a time lapse of our Raymond sky cam. Some clouds mixed in. This is from Rangeley today, one of the Life Flight of Maine cams. At the airport, you see a little bit of snow there on the grass and in the mountains. Nice to see that. Let's go to the National Weather Service at Gray with a mixture of clouds and sun. That's their webcam. You can check it out. This is at Wildcat. Snow guns are blazing. See the snow guns going? You got a snowcat drifting by right there. And as the sun set, nice little cloud capped right over Mount Washington. Kind of cool to see that as well. All right, where do we go from here? Well, we have a clear sky tonight. Tonight's going to be a chilly night. All right, most of you will be in the 20s for lows tonight. In fact, do I have that graphic in here? I must have that lows graphic. Hang tight. Here we go. We'll get the lows graphic. Lows tonight should dip into the 20s area-wide. We should be in the probably mid to upper 20s inland, mid 20s inland, some mid to upper 20s at the coastline. There'll be some spots in the mountains that slip into the upper teens. Berlin, one of those spots. All right, let's see if I can get back to the other graphics here so I can move this along. All right, so our next weather maker is this guy off to our west. Tonight's a cold night, but the clouds will quickly increase ahead of this system. A little front right here, a little warm front right here. You see the edge of the clouds trying to get into our region, not before a mainly clear night, though. Our next round of rain will be a pretty quick hitter, and that's tomorrow night. About 24 hours from now, there'll be a round of showers. And the wind picks up a little bit out of the south late in the day and into the nighttime hours tomorrow. It's not a big deal, but a few things worthy of note. One, tomorrow's going to be kind of cool during the day. When the wind picks up, that should allow for the temps to warm up a little bit. The warmest part of your Friday is going to be at night. We should get to around 50 degrees at night, but during the day, we're in the low to mid 40s. This little feature moves through pretty quickly, and by Saturday, we'll see a lot of sun. Saturday looks to be a good day and probably the warmest day of the next several. Remember yesterday, we had that beautiful sunrise. If you're up early, you probably saw some reds and oranges and yellows. Tomorrow's one of those days, I think. These clouds are coming in from the west, the sun rising in the east. That should illuminate some of those clouds coming in. So it should be a nice little sunrise tomorrow morning. All right, during the day tomorrow, I think we'll have a hard time getting out of the 40s. This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Most of inland Maine will be in the low to mid 40s. We're probably in the mid to upper 40s late in the day at the coastline. And the only reason for that, the wind is picking up out of the south. That's not until probably late afternoon, though. There's that little round of rain getting in here tomorrow night. This is about 7 o'clock. If you're heading out to any of the high school football games tomorrow night, you can expect probably that round of showers. With warming temperatures and breezy southerly winds, we'll probably get to around 50 degrees during the early evening hours. And those temps will continue to rise into the morning on Saturday. It's one of those nights where the temps continue to warm. And on Saturday, it looks to be a pretty good day with a westerly wind. That should allow for a nice little warm-up. In coastal areas with the downsloping wind should be around 60 degrees. Most inland towns will probably be in the 50s. Mid to upper 50s are expected there. Now, on Sunday, we have clouds again thickening. You might get a shower during the day, but I think the lion's share of our rainfall is probably going to be at night. So that's about lunchtime on Sunday. You're seeing off to our west a round of wet weather. And looks like most of our wet weather with that feature will be Sunday night into Monday. And that one looks a little more rugged than the last few. One, because it has more precipitation associated with it, and it has a better shot of colder air that comes in behind it. So Monday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's probably raining. One thing to watch, if this shifts a little bit farther east, we could be introducing some snow in the mountains. I don't necessarily think that's going to be the case right now, but this has the look of it where there's a battle line between the warm and the cold. And really any shift, even 75 miles east, we'd have to introduce more cold into the storm system itself. Regardless, we're going to get into cooler temperatures. And the cold is going to make national headlines next week, but I don't think it's necessarily here. I mean, it's going to feel like a cold week in November, but there'll be parts of the United States from the Midwest all the way down to the deep South where it's a straight north to south cold shot that will make national headlines. We're on the east side of the cold shot, so we'll get a brief shot of it probably Tuesday, Wednesday, but right now I don't think it's a huge deal for us. It will get a little bit colder, though. Certainly by Tuesday, it is possible some of you won't get out of the 30s for highs on Tuesday. And the wind will be active there as well. So that's Veterans Day itself. So Veterans Day observed, I think, is Monday here. So we'll get a little bit of rain on Monday. But Tuesday, Veterans Day, I got to put that flag back on there for Tuesday. I will. But it looks like the rain arrives for that next sort of more significant system will be Sunday evening and extending through the day on Monday. And I'm not going to rule out some snow in the mountains. We'll have to see how that plays out. It depends on the track. But look for a lot of clouds tomorrow. We'll probably see a little bit of sun early in the day. Saturday will feature a lot of sunshine. That rain that we get at night tomorrow is going to be moving out pretty quickly. It's going to be gone by Saturday morning. So Saturday is probably the best day. It's the mildest day. I might get a little sun early Sunday morning, but clouds will win out. Evening and night rain moves in on Sunday, and then Monday looks to be a fairly wet day here in southern and central Maine. Inland areas, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Temps could be significantly cooler over the interior. So we'll have to see if we can get into any snow. I don't think that's going to be the case right now, but it just has the look of something to watch, to say the least, for Sunday night, Monday, mostly in the mountains for that chance. And then it gets colder for Tuesday with the wind picking up. The big question is how much cold air gets into Maine. Looks like the big national headlines will be the cold air moving into the Midwest and down to the deep South, but it's a straight north to south cold shot that, we're on the east side of it. So we'll have to see if we can get into a lot of it. But it looks like Tuesday is probably the coolest day of the stretch, and we're back to just seasonably cool conditions going into Wednesday. It's been a cold start to November, no question about it. It looks like that is going to continue for most of the 7-day forecast, except for Saturday. Saturday is probably the best day we have in the forecast there as far as the temperatures go. All right, folks. Looks like we have a decent little stretch of weather at times, but a pretty active pattern continues in the coming days. All right, folks, we'll leave it at that tonight. Hope everybody has a nice night and nice weekend. Again, hope you get to enjoy a little bit of nice weather on Saturday before some more clouds and wet weather moves in late on Sunday. All right, folks, take care. Have a nice night.